Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we're talking about once more Palantir. So let's jump right into this one. Giving you an update today towards the latest news regarding this one, a bit of technical analysis, as well as what I think about this one a little bit in the longer term. So regarding this one here, we did receive some around 3 later newses that we didn't really cover since the last video. So the first one here is Palantir announces hiring of the first USG Chief Medical Officer. So here, going on with Dr. Kastler is joining Palantir from IBM Watson Health and worked throughout his career at an intersection at clinical care and population health. He will lead the public health and life science team across Palantir, USGs, and international businesses. Now, over the past few years, Palantir has grown its healthcare business. In recent months, made significant senior hires with deep domain expertise in life science, pharmaceuticals, and public health. Dr. Kastler and the expanded team will continue to build on Palantir's success in public health and commercial healthcare across the globe, putting its technology to work to solve the world's most important health problems. Palantir has played a key role in mitigating the global COVID-19 pandemic, supporting more than 100 organizations in the response to the pandemic. And so they're really taking one step ahead. We're trying to go on further with Dr. Kastler from IBM Watson Health to basically grow a little bit this health sector that Palantir is already poking in. Now the next thing here is MD Anderson advances data collaboration through technology agreement with Syntropy. So the University of Texas Anderson Cancer Center today announced that the efforts to advance capabilities to seamlessly connect basic science, traditional, and clinical research data for the benefit of patients through a technology collaboration with Syntropy and the Foundry platform. So the Foundry platform is related to Palantir. Now, the innovation here and initiative is part of MD Anderson's new strategy amid this focusing its mission to end cancer approaches that maximizes the impact on humanity which includes growing the capabilities in data science. Now, this is where Palantir comes around. And then next, Palantir Technologies UK named as Crown Commercial Service Supplier. So here, this is just more of a label that really provides them abilities to become more of a vendor or supplier for more Crown projects. And so relating to here, the BOS framework is a new CSES framework to provide a route to market for organizations wishing to purchase software subscriptions and license supports for back office systems, which include directs from software vendors. Now, it is available at all center government departments and all public sector bodies, including local authorities, health, police, fire and rescue, education, and devolved administrations. So again, Palantir does have itself available for all these public sectors at the UK under the Crown Commercial Services umbrella. We covered the news before regarding the demo and talking about those dates, and also there is as well a video out there that does show you a little bit of each of their products in that demo cycle. And we can move on just a little bit further towards their Q1 earnings that will be announced on somewhere around May 11th before the bill. Now, the company delivered an earnings surprise of 250% in the fourth quarter. And ZAC consensus estimate has around $333 million, indicating a 3.4% growth for revenues. And if we were to go back towards, let's say, the financials and take a look into just the quarterly results, we see that that is on par from what you're seeing in quarter 4, although a good increase from quarter 3. And so year over year, we're going to anticipate that there will be an increase there, probably around 250%, because quarter 4 will be or estimated to be as good or better than quarter 4 2020. And so we can move on as well to institutional interest. But before moving on, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to scroll down below, click that like button, subscribe, and the description to join our servers is in the description below. Now, quick look into here, insider buyers, institutional buyers. Institutions seem to be still somewhat bullish, so adding thousands of shares as we go on in this last 2 weeks. Now, in terms of just general SEC filings, we don't get much going on other than the general vote that they're going for relating towards election of nominees, including the CEO Alexander Karp and a few others, advisory vote on the frequency of executive compensation votes, and the ratification appointment of Ernst & Young LLP as the accounting firm. So nothing significant there that we can write home about, but we can move on now towards technical analysis. Moving on towards the technical analysis here, and on the one-day perspective, what we get to notice here is interesting things happening on the moving averages. The current price point seems to have this massive resistance at the 50 SMA, in that sense that every time it hits that purple line, the 50 SMA, it just drops back right on. And so this line is currently at the 2365. Now, the 10 SMA is above the 30 MA, which is theoretically a bullish thing, although the gap between them is getting ever so smaller. Now, on the 80X, we're sitting at 1486, which gives us nothing more than a sloppy sideways movement. The willing percent R is highly oversold in that sense, and theoretically, a correction would bring more buyers in, pushing that RSI or willing percent R towards the neutral or overbought section. And MACD here seems to have gone negative for the first time in a while. This negative reversal would indicate one of two things. The last time it happened, we were somewhere around here. We've seen a little bit of a low. Or another thing could happen, which is similar to a little bit of over here, which really tanked down. Now, the best case scenario of this negative MACD is more of an accumulation before another positive reversal. Now, momentum is currently negative. It's not a really good look for this one, but the moving average band expects this one to trade 2538 on the top, 2307 in the middle, and 2077 at the bottom. Now, the stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are suggesting that this one is actually sliding a little bit downwards and might hit the next support. Now, the next support on this one is 1752. That's based on the Fibonacci retracements. Now, the next resistances on the Fibonacci retracements are 2277, 2701, 3125, 3729, and around 45 bucks. Now, if we were to use just price line action, we get to see that there's a very strong support sitting at the 2110 level. Below there, we're looking somewhere around the 1812, and below there, down to the 1439 and the 1302. Significant resistances though, we're seeing a very strong one that appears to be on the 2150. Above there, 2281. Above there, 2430. Going on to 2556. Going on to 2740. 2911. 3123. Going up to 3307. And then upwards to 3479. And to 3605. And finally to 3869 or 39. Comes to the question to end. What do you think about this one? And the question here is pretty simple. However, when it comes in, you can't really say a bullish or a bearish aspect in a very specific time frame, but if I was to just suggest one based on an opinion, so don't take this one as a financial advice, but I would say I would probably see it go back towards the 40-45 by somewhere around the end of the year. Now, that is more of a, there's a lot of parts into this one, it's more of a speculation, especially as well if the market basically recovers back. But in that sense, I do see this one to more of accumulate in this kind of almost box plot that we're seeing here that is happening for a while. And so it really is more of breaking into the bottom. And if it does break this one, we're going to be in a big much for trouble. So it goes down, up, then we go a few times over. And currently it's trying to break that bottom line. And if it does break that bottom line, you can easily expect it to go back towards lower levels in the 17s and the 15s. And that might actually indicate that it might be a bit more bearish for a lot of people and continues this kind of avalanche of selling. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.
Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.